Week 9 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Colts and the reigning AFC champs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. This defense for the Titans, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and it'll be Titan football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and 10, Watson dancing to his left. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Tennessee.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Watson looks to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beat taken down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And often
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designate.
And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And some room to maneuver. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
We have...
And now before the ball changes, so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Watson off play action. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. The 20, 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The extra point attempt. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bobby Okereke just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second and a long way to go. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Touchdown, Colts! Michael Pittman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Faking the give. Now Watson. This is Smith with a grab. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for the Titans. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Smith. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Jeff Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back. Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down? Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here. Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones. Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays. To the air yet again, Watson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jeff Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now after the sack, Winston, the Colts, they're left looking at a third and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
He's going to try and go deep again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to take another shot here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are an extra point behind this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense set to go again. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Down from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10. Down at the 33. The pitch to Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now on 2nd and 16. Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Watson Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Wentz. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. This is caught. It's Kirk. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now is Wentz. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Marcus Davenport racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Wentz. Campbell making the catch. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. After the interception, here's Watson. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly.
Side taken in by Pittman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Open man is Kirk. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, it's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I don't looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Jeff Smith.
His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From midfield, here's Wentz.
Short throw to Disley.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And able to find Kirk complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes.